It's been a long while since I've done a video, but this one's deserving of a new one. So, recently, a couple days ago, we were up against this clan, a couple rush bases, and we kind of thought from the start we had a chance to go for a pretty decent looking ward. So, we ended up perfecting these guys, and here's a couple of attacks. This is me on their number 1. I'm gonna go with a clone Maloon. Drop a loon, take out a couple of the key ground defenses, a couple minions down on that left-hand side to clean up some extra percentage points, and we'll drop the golem on the right-hand side and break through that wall, followed by the king and queen, which I accidentally placed the warden down, and he's on air mode going right into the air defenses. So at this point, this was rather late in the war. This was a bit of a panic for me, thinking that I had possibly just blown a 3-star going on the Perfect War. So the golem does a nice job splitting down, the king goes up, he takes out the first air defense, the queen and golem take out the bottom air defense here. Fortunately, I do lose the warden here. I knew the CC going into this was a Hound Loon, so I knew that I did not need to bring the extra poisons, that I could grab an extra haste instead to kind of sneak through the base a little more. I did lose the warden there, at which point when I go into the air portion I was a little bit worried knowing that I wouldn't have visibility going into the air defenses. So I kind of come at them at a different angle than I had planned on. I planned at coming directly into the 2 instead of off to the side a bit. So just an in-game adjustment that I had to do on the fly there. Speed the loons through the outer defenses, clone right in the center there along with the rage. Super powerful combination right there. Something that I've been practicing a lot and use quite often, especially in wars and pushing. The loons power through, couple rages down, another haste, down to 3 defenses against the loons. I'm thinking, are there enough loons? Are there air mines? What am I trying to avoid at this point? Going in, knowing that the Wiz Tower's still up, I'm a little bit worried that once the loons approach that tower, that it will shoot them down, leaving just my minions, and they won't have the strength to get through the Wiz Tower. So I'm thinking it's going to be a low 90, mid 90, possibly 99% looking raid. The loons do come through though, and they drop the Wiz Tower, leaving just a couple cleanup buildings, and that seals a 3-star on their number 1 base. Next up, we will be having OBK. He will be attacking their number 2. OBK also does a clone the loon, except he has a queen wall component to his, so same strategy, different styles more or less. Both very effective. For him and I have been using both of these for quite a while now, and we've kind of fine-tuned both of ours to the advantage that we needed to take. So he sends his king up the right side and queen down the left side. Not sure if that was how he wanted them to go. I was thinking he wanted everything to go center more, that he wanted to take out those lower 2 air defenses, but both heroes do come back through. He has a drag loon CC against him, which he knew to bring the poisons, so that goes down rather easily. Dragon stays up a bit longer than we both would have liked watching this attack. And it does take out his king. OBK does get that first air defense, but instead of going towards the right-hand side, she continues down the left-hand side, leaving that air defense standing. Rage the queens just as she's going down. Healers do come in range of that air defense though, so they'll start going down quickly. One advantage that he did gain of the queen going to the left instead of towards the right with the air defense was he was able to get the defending queen instead. Now he drops down his loons. I was a little iffy on the placement. I would have came from the right hand side of the base where all the defenses were instead of coming from the bottom where there was nothing and it was just going to be a timing factor, letting the eagle get an extra shot or two at them. But he clones the left-hand side where he had a lack of balloons and rages through the core. And once the Eagle goes down, this is pretty much the 3-star, as there's not much left to defend, and he still has a good dozen or so balloons left. And he has a ton of pups and minions to definitely clean up the remainder of this base. Great attack OBK, good adjustment with the queen going the opposite direction. Next up we have Burners going against their number 3. Burners is a Super 9, does have the Town Hall 11 troops with Town Hall 9 defensive, so it does help us a bit when he's able to attack up like this. And again, he's going in with the balloon, except he does not bring the clone, he brings bowlers instead with the jump to get the extra air defense. Again, that's 3 straight attacks with balloon, but all different styles of doing it, all equally effective. Gets the first air defense down. I think he wanted the Infernal Tower to go down as well when he placed the jump. Troops didn't seem to cooperate, they wanted to go towards the CC instead. And again, a pesky CC dragon that just won't go down with poisons. Now, this base does have weaker air defense, so it was almost asking, it has weaker defenses all around, but it was asking to get looned, which Burners had no problem doing. He sends the first set of loons and hounds in, comes out the second air defense, he goes after the third one as the loons cross the Infernos. These are level 1 Infernos, so they're not going to do enough damage to the balloons to really stop them from getting through the space. Now the Eagle is still up, and that first Inferno is still up as well, but between the Rage and the Haste spells, he's able to get through these defenses rather quickly. And again, weak Wiz Towers and level 1 Infernos, he's able to pretty much just fly through the defenses and not have to worry about major splash damage or the Infernos taking out too many balloons. Have a couple pups on the Town Hall just outside of the range of the Inferno. I'm thinking here the loons were low on health, that the Inferno might actually be able to take them down, but the loons do the job, and the pups and a couple of remaining loons are able to clean up the rest of this base. Very nice attack, Burners. So that's their top 3 bases getting 3-starred, all with air attacks. Next up, we'll drop down to one of our lower bases. This is Trinity, using another version of a Loon attack on their number 18, a Town Hall 9 version of it. Spread the Golem, and drop the Wiz behind to create the funnel for the heroes. Place down the jump, and let the King, Queen, and Bowlers go through the core of this base. Bowlers kind of split off instead of going down the middle, but it works out because they're still able to get the air defense, and in bonus they also get the 1 Wiz Tower. Again, Balloons and Baby Drag as a defensive CC. Poison spell's a little bit off, which lets the Baby Dragon do a little extra damage, but at this point the air portion hasn't even started and the base is almost at 50% cleared. The Loons come in, 2x2. Couple haste spells to get through. Weak air defenses again, just firing on the Hound, just soaking up all the hits. Another rage spell to get through over to that last air defense, at which point there's still plenty of troops left in Trinity's arsenal to clean up these last couple bases, as they'll just drop them, spread them throughout just to get the cleanup job done, with an extra haste spell as well. Very nice looking attack by Trinity. Another very good 3-star. Next up, we'll drop down a little further this is going to be O and Q using another version of a Laloon attack, another Town Hall 9 version of it. O and Q is aiming for those right two air defenses, gets the whiz down, the golems down, and the bowlers. Same strategy as Trinity's attack, more or less. Bowlers take out, go right down the core like O and Q was hoping for, take out the whiz tower, the air defense, jump spells down, the defending dragon again. Bowlers are clearing the X-bow, rages the king, and will take out that second air defense. Queen is still full health, which will help take out the king. Hound is down, loons are down, going for that third air defense there. Queen will help clean up some of the defensives to redirect the balloons a little bit. Drop down the haste to get to that whiz tower quicker. Hound makes it to the last air defense with a ton of loons coming in and a couple haste to speed through it. And at this point, there's only 3 defenses that can really stop this attack. But he still has a full hound, which will really help to absorb all these defenses that are targeting the balloons and air troops. And got a nice little spread on pups to clear the base here. Almost looks like 1 pup per every building that's still remaining. At one point I saw the builder hut in the bottom and I was thinking it was going to be a 99% miss on it, since I had one of those a couple wars ago where I just completely missed a builder hut and ended up being a 99% 2-star. And then last up we have Dr. Anthrax going against their number 15. Go with a little bit different variety of attack here, going back to the old hog attacks. Got a baby drag and dragon in the CC. Come in from the left hand side with the heroes, take out the defending queen. Dragon, baby dragon, just doing a number on that golem though. CC bowlers, as the left side first line of defenses clears the second line of defenses rather quickly. And the troops are more or less already in the core surrounding the town hall without the hogs being dropped yet. The hogs do come in, get the first heal down. A little bit off on getting it on the hogs attacking the expo, but it does get the job done. Second heal coming through as the hogs go towards the Tesla farm. Couple hogs get sprung off the base there. At this point I'm thinking, is he going to pull it through? It's going to look kind of close as the hogs are slowly disappearing off the base. They do clear this last cannon with a couple skeleton traps on them. They'll take out the air defense, kill the skeletons, and from this point he's more or less has a clear path to the town hall. But again, you have that pesky builder trap or builder hut up top, is able to clear it and complete 3-star. Great war, Spanknya, and great job on the perfect